Hi there, my name is Andrea Mai, and this is Jean Skaggs, and we are Quantum Touch practitioners. I'm a certified practitioner. Jean is both a practitioner and an instructor of levels 1 and 2. And so today we're going to talk about brain fog and mental clarity and issues related even to dementia. And so basically, Jean knows so much about the brain and the areas that we can focus on. So he's going to share that, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about more the metaphysical aspects of healing these parts of our body and our experience. And so I'll let Jean go ahead and start with.
Thank you, Andrea. And as she said, I'm a certified Quantum Touch Level 2 instructor here in Nashville, Tennessee. We're both here in Nashville, Tennessee. And I'm going to address it purely from a quantum touch perspective. I'm really looking at the brain, and also I'll go over just a little bit of the emotional issues, the way I would handle it. And then Andrea will bring in a little bit of what I've talked about and also some others, but they gel real nice and they work together. I'm all for taking an issue and going at it in numerous different angles, because we're multifaceted individuals. We're not just physical, we're not just emotional, we're not just spiritual, we're all three. So you need to address all of them, because any one that's out of whack will affect the other. So first thing that I would do when somebody comes to me with those type of issues, you want to turn around, Andrea, right here. First thing I would do is I would adjust their occipital ridge, and especially the first two vertebrae in the back right in there. Thank you. The atlas and the axis, they're technically known, maybe not technically, but they're known kind of as the yes and no muscles. They allow your head to do yes, and they allow it to do no. If they were frozen, you couldn't move your head. So they're extremely important, those two areas. And right there next to the occipital ridge, right there, you have what's called the vagus nerve, technically the vagus nerves. And we have a video that talks about that, so I'm not going to go into great detail. But that goes to all the different various parts of the brains also. So we'll have to work on that by running energy in those areas right in there. And then there's a part of the brain called the hippocampus, and there's been new studies, and especially the people that are addicts in those areas. The doctors that are studying this have found that the hippocampus produces new brain cells, because drugs actually destroy the brain, and working on the hippocampus by running energy in this particular case increases the brain cells and actually grows the brain back. Through dementia and drugs and brain fog, all these things really affect the brain. The brain actually shrinks. This increases the brain. So you really want to work on that particular area right in there. Also, in the same part, again, you don't have to know where these are in your brain. You just point your finger and tell it where to go. Your intention is will take it there. So another place you want to hit the parasympathetic nervous system. That's the rest and repair part, because if you have dementia and brain fog and all this, your emotional issues are under a lot of stress. So this will repair that right in there. And if it was me working on them, I would also do the pituitary gland, which is right there, kind of in your third eye area. That's the gland that goes straight down the body, which anything in alignment with this part right here, it will really affect, especially your thyroid, your thymus, your esophagus, your lungs, your adrenals, kidneys, large and small intestines, ileocecal valve, the genital areas, all of that goes straight down there. But more importantly, for this particular process right here, I really concentrated on that, because it's the place that produces oxytocin, which is the love molecule, and helps you love yourself. Because if you have dementia, brain fog, you're really not in touch with your higher self. So this allows you to get in touch with your higher self. And I'm sure that Andrea, what she's doing right in there, the pineal gland, that'll also work in there. And I think she's got some information. She'll go a little bit further in that. Now, I would also address the emotional part of it and how I would do it and how Quantum Touch would do it. All I would simply do is I would ask the client with their eyes closed. Remember, you want the client to have their eyes closed in this process whenever you're doing it. If their eyes are open, they take in visual stimulation. When they take in visual stimulation, the mind starts to process this and it negates the energy that you are allowing their body to train to and that you're putting in there. So I have them close their eyes, and then I ask them, when they think of the issue of dementia, brain fog, or whatever they got, I simply ask them to tell me where they feel it at in their body. If they don't feel it in the body, it means it's in their head. And so you just run energy to their head. So hypothetically, if I was working with Andrea and she said it was this area right here, my heart, well, it doesn't necessarily mean it's the heart area. It just means an emotional issues. That's where you're storing the energy. So you just run it right there. And if it's something else that pops up while you're doing the emotional part, like it might come over here, you just come over here and do it, and they call it in quantum touch, chasing the pain. We'll just go over here and chase it. So that's how I would handle it. And Andrea's going to amplify what I've done and kind of mesh all these areas to get you to where your optimal health in all areas. So
okay. So one of the things that a lot of people with brain fog struggle with, I had an experience of being very sensitive to gluten and dairy, and it was creating a lot of brain fog almost on impact. And so there are ways to focus on the systems that are related to food allergies. That's one area. You can also start by dialing those things back out of your diet to give you a chance to see what's really going on if there's brain fog existing beyond the sensitivities. So, but one of the things that a lot of people that I've spoken with, where they struggle with either prior to feeling like they have brain fog or memory issues, is they're not getting good sleep. And so that's really interesting because the pineal gland is responsible, or at least partially responsible, for regulating melatonin, which helps you get better rest. And it also, when we activate the pineal gland by running energy on it, you're opening up a theta brain state, and the theta brain state is a very healing, it's a very healing state to be in. It allows your body to open to love, your physical body and your metaphysical body, your energy body. You can open and access love in a way that maybe consciously you otherwise couldn't. And so what happens is when you start to access that and you start to get better rest by having more melatonin, by experiencing more relaxation, by your body simply softening and starting to release in many ways, you're going to experience more clarity. You're going to there's an opening, excuse me, an opening that takes place. And then each time that you work on the pineal gland, it goes deeper and deeper. And just like with working the other areas of the body, if there's anything blocked in that area, any kind of energetic block, as you move through that, you're releasing it. It's out of the way. So whether you're focusing on the pineal gland or you're focusing on the adrenals because your body is under stress and and that's creating brain fog, that's creating memory issues or mental health blocks. All of these areas tie together. Pretty much everywhere in the body that we work on with quantum touch can affect clarity in your brain, can affect improving your memory, improving your mental focus. And so it really all ties together, but beyond one area, doing the whole body sort of as a energetic blast to the whole self, both physical and energetic self, you will start to see and experience a lot of tingling, refreshing sort of sensations. And I'm going to stop there. I'm going to stop there. because we'll dive into that a little bit more in other videos. So, but if you want more information about this, you can look in the notes area of the video, and you will find our contact informations. And you can like and subscribe to this channel if you want to continue to get more updates on how quantum touch and how quantum touch can help you. If you'd like to learn how to do quantum touch, either as just a person interested in self-healing or a person who is interested in becoming a practitioner, Gene is a fantastic instructor, and he will go all the way with you. So yeah, like, subscribe, and come back and see us again. Thank you.
Let me add one thing. When I was listening to it, just come to another area that I think would be good to work on would be what's commonly referred to as the chakras, and I like to call them energy fields. That's what sometimes quantum physics calls them. So, you definitely want to work in the chakras that are the energy fields that's in this area. But if you're crunched for time, if you just run energy to the 11th energy center, which is about 2.5 feet above the head, you don't have to be exact, just somewhere in that area. Just say I'm to the 11th energy center. Just tell yourself, I want to see it balanced and spinning properly, and I send light to it. So that's a wonderful way to activate another part of the emotional issues also. So thank you.
Thank you.